There we go. Hold on. I finally got it going. All right. Welcome back, bro. This be the game. We're discussing season 3, episode 8, the finale of uh of the show. Hold on. Let's jump into it. Your grade for the episode. How crazy was it? How good was it? I'm going you first. Wildish, since you have been super team black, you're going first.
Yeah. I give the episode, I give it an A. I give it an A plus. And finally gives us some action. It took 3 seasons for us to get here, and finally, Rhaenyra the Cruel is popping out. And after all that crying and carrying on, and I give it an A plus. Finally, we get an episode worthy of being a season finale.
All right, next up, we going to you, Jen. What you got? What y'all have been team black. Where are you sitting at now? What is your grade for this episode?
So, I had high expectations for the Battle of Tumbleton. It did not disappoint. I will say that overall, great episode. Although I've got mixed feelings about it being the season finale, only because, well, we'll go into it later, but I just got mixed feelings about it being the season finale. But great episode. I'm happy with what they did.
All right, Uncle Corliss, how do you feel about this episode?
It's a mixed bag. So I give it a B plus. Because
hold on, stop before you continue. You put in our group chat, "Fuck the writers." So I want you to definitely expound on that.
Okay, that's why. Because the writers made me think I was crazy, right? So it's like some things didn't happen in the way it should, and the order and stuff, and I'm over here trying to go, hold up now. The stuff with Ulf, that happened before. Something I think is going to happen in season 4 happens, which kind of threw me off because I thought that's the reason Ulf made the decision he made. And then Helena's death, the way it played out, I think I would imagine it played out later on. And also, just quite honestly, their handling of Helaena, because we can say it now. In the book, she was really distraught about what happened to her sons. But they never really gave that impression that she was so worried about her kids. She just kind of got moody and strange, and then she just committed suicide out of nowhere. And it's like, well, you could have just took the hanger, that's for sure. You didn't have to do any of that,
The moon tea. Yeah,
Okay.
she should have just drank the moon tea if she's gonna do all that.
Okay, but I don't think the way that it was presented, and you can correct me if I'm wrong if it was suicide in the book, but I thought the point of them showing the draping out the window was more representative of her trying to escape, especially based on what was the whore name? Melissa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the debate though. That's where.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. A little Tommen, he knew that was a clear suicide.
I said, Tom, just step out.
We know what it looks like for somebody that wants to commit suicide. I think it was just a failed attempt of an escape. That so I don't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get it. I can accept that, but that's what I had a problem with, because it was like this. She wanted Rhaenyra to leave her alone, but everything she did required Rhaenyra to give her more attention. It's like, bitch, just eat your fucking food and so these fucking so these things and shut the fuck. You're just waiting out till your mother comes back, and she doesn't know this, but we know Alicent is already en route back. So it's like, just chill up, just chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? You and she probably could have had Rhaenyra go, listen, I'll leave me the fuck alone, throw my kids back in here, I'll eat, you know what I'm saying, and shut the fuck up, and you just leave me be. She probably could have did that, but she got defiant at every moment, and then complained about how she didn't get what she wanted. Bitch, you're a prisoner. That's just what you got to accept. That's what you got to accept. And so my point is that the writers, they did a lot of stuff with Harrenhal and Helaena, and we spent a lot of time with them learning this kind of piecemealing together for them just to kind of bring this to an abrupt end. It's like, we didn't have to spend all this time doing this shit because of that. Like, we could have cut to the chase a lot earlier. So that's my soapbox about fuck the writers.
All right, let's follow you, Thanos. You are literally on the front lines for the blacks. You have raised the banner, you have flown the banner, you have done everything possible to hold them down. What is your thoughts on this episode?
Firstly, I think it was a 10 out of 10, so I give it an A as well. I found myself talking to the TV, talking out loud at myself, and I don't usually do that, so that's how I know, like, this shit is rocking. But towards the end, kind of the same thing that I'm Alive said, just that feeling of despair settling in, like, dang, this is the last episode for another few years. So that's just, didn't feel satisfied on that end. And as far as me being on the front lines for the Blacks, that's still the case. I've gained more respect for the Greens, but all of my rage is going to be at the writers. So this is Fuck the Writers Part 2. All of my rage is at them for making me sit through 60 plus minutes of Alys Rivers and Harrenhal. Like, this shit is terrible. Why are we still here every episode? I don't get it, and I don't like it. And I can't be the only one, guys.
Nope.
Please don't. I'm the
You're
only
not
one.
the only one.
And to build on that, the only good thing that could have came was dumb Allison poisoning Aemond. And I thought that Nightshade was like, I don't know, heroin or something. Like, he's supposed to be dead. And so
She did it wrong. She did it wrong. Allison can't do nothing right.
She couldn't
She
kill
said
him,
she
right?
can't do nothing right.
Well, I mean,
Can't even kill her own
like,
son.
it just, and then people keep getting pimp slapped. I said, if somebody else gets slapped again, like, it's just like the whole Harrenhal thing from a writer perspective. I don't know why, but it
I think
adds
it's a
so
cheap
little.
set to run. And I think Alys Rivers, that actress, is working for next to nothing. That's what I think. It's
Oh no.
It's easy to throw up a Harrenhal set because it's all crumbling apart anyway. So we can spend half of our time in this place because it's cheap.
But both so the thing is, so in the book, I mean, you know, Uncle Corliss and Wilder should say, like, they were in Harrenhal, like, literally, like, they have given Daemon way more. Daemon is like, they made Daemon into Jesus Christ superstar at this point, because in the books we go Harrenhal straight to the God's Eye, like, that's all. And next thing we see him at the God's Eye fighting Aemond. So like, they gave him, he's places he ain't been at, like, he's literally traveling. He is places that we never knew he was at. He is everywhere. So Harrenhal was even worse in the book. If you like that, it's even worse.
And the Alys Rivers thing, like, okay, it took 2 seasons for her big reveal. They could have gave that information to us like episode 2 this season, and then moved on to more material, because where we ended in the show, there is a ton of material to cover for the final season.
I don't know how we gonna talk about that, but like,
there's so much material to cover now, and they could have gotten to it quicker if we stopped dicking around at Harrenhal, right? That's it. We were at Harrenhal far too long in 2 full seasons. I'm done. Next.
And not to say that he shouldn't be at Harrenhal at all. It's just that the scenes do not have to be this long. Like, you can remind us at each episode, like, hey, he's still here, but I don't need a full scene with them every time.
And the thing is that they didn't do anything to, like, so there's 2 ways they could have approached the character, Alys Rivers, right? They could have made her seem like a villain and make her completely irredeemable, and then give us the backstory of as to why she's that, and make her go, oh, that's why she is. Or they could have made her inherently likable or mysterious, and then gave her a backstory, and then now we're putting together some of the things that she did. Maybe we could put the clues together then. She just was boring. She was just a woman who didn't do anything magical or mystery. She just, worked there, and she wanted more for her life. Okay, fine. 2 fucking Targaryen princes show up, and she go, hey, maybe I can get an upgrade for my shitty job. Like, it doesn't resonate as anything suspicious. Like, anybody would do that. Hey, listen, if I get the favor of these fucking princes, then maybe maybe my shit gets sweeter. And then all of a sudden, she actually is magical, and she's been living for 100 years. And
I think she can't leave Harrenhal though. I think she can't leave. I think she's cursed to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get that, but it's like that she should have had, because I'm sorry. She used old magic in order to try to save her son. but she should still know some old magic. So when people call her a witch, we should at least see her be able to do some type of spells and incantation, particularly there, to kind of lead us into it, because they basically made her an immortal person. You know what I'm saying? She's a fucking Highlander, or like that knight that was in Indiana Jones. So and then secondly, Aemond, when she told Aemond that I am a 100+ witch with the dragon eggs, Aemond got empathetic. He started reaching for her, hugging her like, "Oh, baby, what the fuck kind of response was that from him?"
No, it makes sense because he wants a mother.
He's got that Oedipus complex.
Yes, there we go.
That mother figure. So once he found out she was that damn old, it was up for Aemond. Like
he was like, "I've been wanting an old woman."
This one isn't his mother. God,
like this double my mama age. It's even better.
200 years. Sign me up. Like, just a weirdo.
That's
I like some dust on mine.
To be clear, that is the most normal relationship in this fucking show. Everyone else shit is worse.
And that's the problem.
130-year-old witch is the most normal relationship in the show.
So let's stay in Harrenhal. Aegon shows up with his dragon, like the old uncle that has got out of jail in his old school Coupe de Ville. Talking about don't you owe me $500 from 87.
Yo, to see that dragon land and Aegon get off of it, like they are both still really, really toe up. Okay. The dragon is beat up, Aemond's beat up. To see how he's fumbling, trying to get, Sunfire's like, get off. It was a lot. And that's why Aemond couldn't believe it, because Aemond couldn't believe, he thought it was another vision, because it was all just moving sideways for him. He's like, what's wrong with them? They're alive. Oh God, they're back. So one of my favorite scenes in the whole episode.
All right, let's go with you, Thanos. Thanos, you have been non-team green. How'd you feel about this part where Aegon comes in and says, "Hey man, basically you owe me, cuz like you tried to kill me," and Aemond is broken down. It's like, my bad, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was gonna go like this. And this is something that and this is an overarching thing, and we can talk about this going forward. I think that maybe Aegon should have been king, but other people could have been behind the scenes, like pulling strings. Like if Rhaenyra really wanted to be powerful, she could have been behind the scenes doing a lot more. She just wanted to be the face. Aegon has a good face for whatever reason. He's good on the front line of being a leader. He may not be good, but he's good facially. And I think Aemond is like, oh, my little time being the regent, I ain't like it. Like, I understand what this pressure is and what this means being up front. And he was like, I'm sorry. And Aegon was like, hey, we finna go to Tumbleton, burn them up, get our little brother in line, get his dragon. We going. He just naming out random stuff. Don't know, have no strategics, no army. We finna do that. And then we going to Vegas after that and going back to the King's Landing and putting it all on black. What'd you think about Thanos, his whole strategical moves in that long term?
He's had a lot of time to think about it, and like this is best case scenario for him. He probably has been on his very long journey thinking like, dang, what would I do if I could get my dragon back right now? And he's living out exactly whatever he was dreaming of, thinking of. The crash landing was crazy.
But how long did it take him though, too? I'm wondering, like, because this is an injured dragon. So like a normal hour trip, was it 2 hours? Like, because it was like, we kind of.
That's why I think Aemond woke up. He probably heard the people saying incoming. They probably seen the dragon flying around crazy, coming in hot with nowhere to land. That's probably why he got up out that bed. So I'm glad he caught them dead.
And he thought it was Vhagar. I think he thought it was Vhagar.
He did think it was Vhagar.
A dragon, and I think he thought it was his baby coming back.
It's like one of those old cars that you always hear coming way down the street because everything broke down and raggedy. That's what that was.
I imagine that Sunfire was flying like he was drunk, because his wings like he couldn't fly straight. He's just kind of swerving throughout the air.
Yeah.
And it was like, and he was like, I'm back. Like he was like, I was like, are you back? Like you kind of messed up, bro. But I'm back.
Also, I really appreciate how even all that Aegon showed up as older brother. Like he walked in completely older brother. Like,
Slapped the shit out of him too. Just
Whatever dynamic
'cause.
they had between them, it remained right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been fucking up my shit your whole life. You know what I'm saying?
And he was like, dude, you tried to straight kill me. Like I looked at you before you did it. You could have got Rhaenys another way. You wanted to be like, I'm gonna get both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just funny. He was like, this is the plan. He ain't got no army. It's so funny. He ain't got no army. He ain't got nothing. He was like, this is what we gonna do. You got Vhagar. I got Sunfire, I guess. And we gonna try to do the best we can and try to take this over. And then Alys Rivers, of course. And the funny thing was like, when he was like, oh, this is my betrothed, he was looking like, what? What you talking about your betrothed?
Who is that
Like
bitch?
you meet your brother's new girlfriend and be like, you've been with her a year. What you talking about? You've been with her a year.
And also, that was
she met
news
Mama
to
yet.
her. That was news to her.
Yeah, she
didn't
has
know.
met his mother, actually.
Right, but that's what I'm saying though. But he was looking like, has she met Mama yet?
Yeah.
So at Harrenhal, we won't be there. Hopefully, going forward.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Oh
Yeah. Let's go into Rhaenyra, man. Hey, Rhaenyra's kind of being racist, man. Like I've been trying to tell y'all, she looking real maggish. Why is she having the major beef with all the black characters?
well, who you want to answer that?
Go ahead.
I have. Well,
Go ahead. Because I also
they
think
just
that
happen to be-
Alan may be Uncle Tom.
I don't know. They happen to be front and center. She has nowhere else really to direct her rage. They are present, and and they have been fucking up a little bit. Let's keep it a buck. Baela. You remember Baela? Your other half and you decided to lock his mama up to go fly off to the gullet.
No, she didn't do that. It was your bitch ass son.
But she went along with it.
He didn't know that. She didn't know that was going on. She was just rolling with her dude.
Rhaenyra would have never forgive Baela if she didn't go with Jace. But I guess she would have never forgave her either way.
Exactly. So she was gonna be mad regardless.
Mad regardless. And also she was behaving like an insolent child. And that response from Rhaenyra has been the response from Rhaenyra that we have been waiting for. Listen, you're looking for acceptance in all the wrong places. Like your hand is your hand. And yeah, you told him not yet, but nor in the aftermath of not legitimizing his sons did you legitimize them, right? When you didn't do it in the instant, you still have had months and months and months to do it, and they've been in your service. So that's shame on her. She shouldn't have done it, but we've been waiting for this one to show up. This is who we've been waiting to see. Everybody else seems way more well equipped or have a better plan, and Damon's just been advocating for just go burn everybody. Like the only thing people respect is fear and power and strength. That's it. We have the dragons. You treat an Ulf bad. Ulf's a dumbass. And how you just let these dragon riders just be wherever they want to without no real proper training? I still haven't figured that out.
Yeah, so I was gonna say the only person that has a legitimate beef is Corlys. Corlys was with the first day. He has a legitimate beef. He was with her for day one. He was the hand. He lost a lot in Driftmark. He asked for one thing, which is to legitimize his sons. And let's not forget, Corlys thinks that his first son that married her, something happened. Yeah, he's dead. So Corlys has legitimate beef. The rest of them go fuck themselves. I mean, Adam is doing what he needs. I guess he's cool, but Alan, like that dude, nobody owe you shit, man. You got a dragon, you got prestige now. Like, yeah, you got to wait a little bit to get your title, but you ain't really earned nothing. You chose a dragon, but you ain't really done nothing with them to really help Rhaenyra's cause. Both of Corlys's granddaughters, one of them didn't stop her son from dying and help him commit treason in support of it, and the other one actually murdered him. So it's like, the fuck, I owe you anything? Like you kept your heads. Like I don't give you nice. And all she did was he grounded her, and she making me work a lot. Work some doubles. It's like in a fucking war. Get the fuck over yourself. Nobody give a shit what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like your sister is alive. You should be willingly working these doubles out here because what are you doing?
Right. I agree.
Working these doubles.
So I want to say this. I've been waiting for Rhaenyra the Cruel to like show herself. And last week, I think I said something to the effect of she is very much throw the rock, hide your hand type of, and I think that she is gaslighting, manipulative in a way of like Alan. She wanted Alan to do something that was, categorically maybe wrong, kill a bunch of priests. And how dare she say you're the blood of old Valyria? And in that same token, not legitimize him.
Exactly.
In the same token that she asked about Helena's son, and Helaena was just saying him. First thing she said was, so it's a boy, because ultimately she is the power hungry, ruthless, murdering, treacherous bitch that we think she is. She pretends that she's not. And last week when I kind of defended Aegon, and I did it tongue in cheek, but really it was he just simply stays true to who he is, and that's it. She it's like she's afraid to actually be queen and to do what it takes to actually to hold the power that she wants. And so it's like she wants someone else to do the dirty work for her, and when they're done doing it, she just throws them away. So I'm excited to see what Cruel looks like on her. Maybe she'll be a better leader. I don't know, but I'm excited to see what that looks like next season.
Can I have one quick rebuttal?
Go ahead. It's free open. Go ahead.
Because because I get it. I get it as viewers. We are sympathetic to Alan and Adams' claim to be legitimized. But the simple fact is that Corlys knew them niggas existed the entire time, and there were no parts of legitimizing them until he thought all the rest of his kids were dead. So it's like they've been waiting their whole life to be acknowledged by their actual father, just because some chick they met a couple months ago didn't give them the last name. I'm not gonna hold her to a higher standard than hell they dad about legitimizing them. So
but see, I disagree with that though.
That would be a good point if we weren't talking about the very woman who, in fact, intentionally had children with dark-haired men on purpose to put it in the realm's face that, I'm going to have a bunch of fucking babies. You'll know they're bastards. We're going to pretend that they're not bastards. If anybody say that they're bastards, off with your fucking head. Bitch, get over yourself. Like, you could have found a nigga. She could have found a dude with a white wig. Scott found one. I mean,
Agree. I'm not saying she's a good and ethical and moral person. What I am saying is that she is from a family where her husband sent murderers to chop up children who are her nieces and nephews, and did it, and she just moved on past it. I'm saying that if that's what she wanted to do to her kin, you should keep your fucking mouth shut about talking slick, but she don't really owe you shit. Like,
he put all his money on the line. No, he put all his money on the line. But you can at least give me that. I don't care if I ain't legitimize my kids. I want that now.
I'm not talking about Corlys. Corlys has legitimate beef, no question, no hope. I'm talking about the grandkids and Adam and Alan. I'm like, y'all really got no claim. Corlys got the claim, and you benefit from it. But y'all really have no claim to really hold her to.
No. They don't need a claim. You have a fire-breathing dragon. The fuck are we talking about? She keep the people with dragons around. I understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is that please don't pretend that the absence of a dragon that's the only reason they're there. That's the only reason.
Right.
Okay, so again, she uses people when she needs them, and it's all when she's done with them.
But I'll tell you how she looks at it, because I would look at it the exact same way. You were nobody. I gave you a dragon. Now you're somebody. But I didn't get anything for giving you a dragon. You ain't even used that dragon to help me to get my shit. Why would I give you something else? I already gave you a dragon. You can get a dragon back and go back to being nobody, and I'm not going to hold you for nothing. But the gift was this. You were nobody. You got a dragon. Now you're Now you got,
but it's different with Alan and them. It's different with Alan, Adam, because Alan, Adam, Sea Smoke chose him. He didn't choose Sea Smoke. Remember, he came out to get him. So they didn't give them boys nothing. And he's already part of Drift. Alan is already the ward of Driftmark. So Allison ain't gave them. Not Allison. Rhaenyra ain't gave them nothing.
Didn't Baela already have her dragon?
What'd she say?
Yeah.
Didn't Baela already have her dragon? Like
Yeah.
Give her that dragon. Okay. Well,
her Baela's dragon was born with her.
Right.
Right, but so what is Rhaenyra holding away from her? She didn't go. Rhaenyra didn't send somebody to go save Corlys, even though we don't even know where she was. But they're having a battle at Tumbleton, so it's like, I mean, she didn't say go murder him. She just she didn't do a special rescue for Corlys, and Corlys left on his own accord. She didn't kick Corlys out. Corlys said, "Well, I'm out of here. I got some other shit I need to go do. No, don't hold me for it. I left Adam here," and she said, "Okay." Like, I mean, like, what exactly is she supposed to do? She's supposed to drop everything to go save Corlys because he got his ass kidnapped when he left on his own accord. But why? Because his daughter, who hasn't really done anything for her, his granddaughter, who hasn't really done anything for her, said so, and his other granddaughter actually murdered her son.
In the words of Cat Williams, you have an unnatural alliance with the losers.
Hold on. In this case, which of the Team Black members are we calling losers? Because they're all Team Black.
No, but I'm saying that she could have handled Baela better, of like grabbing her like by the face and by the throat and stuff. Like, no, man, you could not say we're not gonna go get Corlys. You ain't gotta keep putting your hands on people though. Like,
right, and that's a great point. If she wasn't a fucking queen, because you know what she also could have did? She could have handled her a lot fucking worse too. I mean,
technically,
it could have got worse. I mean, she got smushed. She could have got that ass whipped. She didn't get that Ike Turner put on her. You know, she didn't. Again, I'm not talking about what she should have did, but her own half sister, she had knights come and force feed her gruel down her fucking throat because she wasn't eating. I'm saying she could have got a and just being called insolent with your hands in the chin. I'm just saying you got to consider the source here.
Go ahead, Waters. What were you saying?
No, I was agreeing with that part in particular. And aren't they cousins? She's still an older female relative, right? Just trying to correct her, like, because I could do you worse. So yeah, the grabbing of the face seemed familial, but also a little more stern. Like, hey, watch yourself, right?
That's her auntie. That's her auntie.
Auntie or whatever. It's just still an older relative who she's out of pocket for what she said. She's out. We understand why she said it. We understand that that's her grandfather. She wants to help. She wants to go save him. But she started getting a little slick at the end of it. She should have left it there. Like, well, you're not gonna go get grandpa. Okay, well then, can you unground me? Can I go fly and look for him? Since you're not gonna let me join this fight here. So I get the correction. Is all I'm saying. I get the correction.
Her stepmother? Isn't she her stepmother?
Stepmother and her aunt.
So it felt like. So to me, it felt like, because there's always contention between stepdaughter, stepmother. That's what it felt like to me. Because she said it runs in the family.
Meaning it's also an ex-mother-in-law, daughter-in-law situation, because she was betrothed to Jade. So that's also another
thing. Yeah.
Relate to one another. That was her man, or her son's wife, or fiance, whatever.
And she might not even want that. For the only reason she did that alliance is to get Corlys. That was the only reason they did that, to get Corlys.
Never wanted them darkies in her way.
Them darkies.
No, it just seemed like she's got a real problem with the blacks. And the real blacks, not the team black. It just feels like she got a problem with the blacks.
The black.
Yes, it always feels like it's an issue with them. Like, and if they didn't do that in the writing on purpose, y'all missed a goal. Y'all just stumbled upon that. Maybe. Because it's obvious to the blacks that there's an issue with the blacks. I just think Rhaenyra, and then her speech. What do y'all think about her speech and killing the High Septon, and her speech coming out saying, like, I know what's better for y'all. It's some stuff my daddy told me about this prophecy.
Yeah, like
I'm the prince that's promised.
Explaining the Song of Ice and fire to a bunch of people that are starving. Like, read
Yeah.
the room.
Right.
Poor,
For break.
poor
I hated
decision.
I hated the speech. I hated
Like,
it.
what was the?
And
I
I
thought
love
she was
how
going to mount her
writers-
dragon.
I love how the writers never acknowledged if they cheered or booed or what the response of the crowd was, because really it was like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Like, what do you?
We
And then she said the
hungry.
princess is promising Valerian, so they don't even know what she's talking. She's saying at the end,
Right.
like, what do you even?
Although it's-
Okay, cool. What you
Although,
clogged
I
up
think
the
it's
thing.
really the continuity error in the Game of Thrones, because if that many people heard her talk about, you know, the well, ultimately the White Walkers, then it's no longer a secret past between Targaryen heirs, and so it's like, you know, it's like it made this thing that was supposed to be the super secret thing that only the chosen few were supposed to know, and she just yells it out to people who just happen to be standing outside of the Septon one random afternoon, and now they can tell that story to whomever. It was unnecessary.
They don't even know what she's talking about, though. They don't even know what the framework of what that means. Like, it's
Right.
like telling the secret of something in, like, of the theory of relativity, and you're like, I don't even know what that means. Like, all right.
Right. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with that, though. So here's the problem. Her telling everybody that story makes this whole fucking thing pointless, because all she had to do then was to say, hey, Dad told me this story about the Aegon the Conqueror said, and yeah, my brother is named Aegon, but if I explain this context, that's probably what Dad meant, instead of deathbed rescinding me being on the throne. But she didn't say any of that shit when it would have been helpful before this came to blows and blood, to come up with some type of thing, because it was such an important secret that she couldn't share. She couldn't tell Damon. She couldn't tell anybody this stuff. And then now when she just needed it, she pulls out her ass and just says it's a bunch of random people in King's Landing. That's what makes it all bullshit.
After killing all the priests.
Yeah.
And my thing is, what I was gonna say is, from a writer perspective, they reintroduce Aemond very much like Jesus Christ Superstar. Very first words of the episode. Very first words of the episode is, "He is risen." Okay, all right. So number one, number two, they got him being declared as dead, and then when he tells his redemption story of he was risen from the ashes because the gods deemed him worthy for the crown and for the throne. Like, the people who would even pay attention to her speech about what theoretically was the truth will be the same people that will look at Aegon in the flesh, in the burnt flesh, and his zombie dragon, and be like, this is what it's supposed to be. Thus saith the Lord. I don't know. So, I mean, she has an uphill battle. No.
She does. Yeah.
And she's gonna kill the Septon. She should have did it before. I mean, I guess she didn't know he was gonna come back, but she should have did the first time when he denied her. Also, I'm sorry, to the Septon, nigga, read the room. She showed up here with a bunch of armed guards and armory. You know what I'm saying?
And chainmail.
All the rules. Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Like,
and she came in that Joan of Arc outfit too. She came in that Joan of Arc outfit too.
With the chainmail.
When you're standing on that distance, you have to know that you're dying, right? You're not threatened here. You're not just posturing. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, hey, listen, your 7-headed guy did not save you from one sword.
Yeah, but also too, that speaks to how deep the High Towers have funded. Basically they've been funding the Faith of the Seven. They've been endowing the Faith of the Seven in Old Town. That's why they had so much weight, so much power, because they were, first of all, filthy rich. And secondly, they were bankrolling the Faith of the Seven. That's why Ormond has so much power. That's why Otto was so very powerful and was able to kind of get to where he was. That was through his network, right? So I think that was, the Septon and the priests, I should say, the priests had no idea. They just staying loyal to who's paying the checks, right? Who's cutting them their check to survive out here. So they're like, we're definitely not going to crown you. Even if we thought you were the rightful heir, because we are bankrolled by these folks over here. And we heard that Aegon is risen and his dragon. So you can't you're the fake queen. That's what they're thinking before they died. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, messing with those religious folks ain't been good for most people in the Game of Thrones universe in general. It ain't worked out well, overall. All right, let's get to a Tumbleton. The first battle of Tumbleton. It goes down. Damon is there. Doesn't know he was ever going to be here. He's not here at all in general. What did y'all think about this full battle overall? Let's go with you first, Thanos. You're on mute, Thanos.
Oopsie. I was just saying that I loved it. Those were the scenes where I found myself just talking out loud at the TV. Ormond fortifying the walls with children. He's so disgusting. But I was actually shocked that Damon kind of upheld Rhaenyra's request to defend and uphold her integrity. Like the realm is watching. So for him to repeat that to everyone, I was proud of him. Like, okay, you're not going to go here and let loose. Like, you're going to provide a little bit of structure and, still try to be as honorable as possible. But I was glad when he made that executive decision to mount Caraxes and just bust through the door. Like, this is taking too long. Everybody trying to hop around the kids. Like, I'm going to handle this. And I can't tell if the two kids got caught.
I feel like they got away. I felt like they jumped.
I don't know. But overall, I thought it was great.
Anyway.
And I don't know Oscar Tully's fate, but I hope he survives in the book and in this series. He's just so poised and handsome, like good milk.
All right, let's go at you, Uncle.
Okay, so again, this is actually when I said fuck the writers, because I think what they did is they merged both of the battles together to come up with one outcome so they can kind of move on.
Oh, so you don't think it's gonna be a second battle of Tumbleton then?
I don't think it's gonna be a second battle. No, I don't think so. Because they already knighted Daryon, the Daring, and that was when he got that title by taking his dragon out. But he's already been knighted Daryon the Daring. Like, well, so what's the point of having the second battle? Also, they did that thing where we're unsure whether or not he's alive or dead. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not dead, but that they took that point from the book and put it into the season finale. So I think that's what they're going to just end Tumbleton too at that point, because the oath betrayal, also already happened, and so it's just it seems as if they've already played their hands about who he is, because it doesn't. How can I say this without getting any spoilers? The betrayal arc doesn't seem. I don't see how they can play it out how it played in the book even close, having the results we've seen right now, and so it just I don't see where the support for the betrayal arc would come from, considering what we saw in that battle. That said, I enjoyed the battle. I enjoyed how they played it out. I enjoyed how they what are the winter dogs? What are they called? The
Winter Wolves.
Winter Wolves. The Winter Wolves. Yeah, how they started off and this was really hungry. Also, I really liked the bit of comedy when Damon was like, "Okay, so listen, you need to go and open the door from the inside, but you can't die until after you open the door." He goes, "Okay, open door, then die," which I just thought was super funny. That was super funny. So I really like how it played out. Even him sticking that knife up Ormond's ass was nasty work. I liked it. Ormond kicking the shit out of Oath when he was on the shitter, but also not being able to deal with the smell of the shitter was crazy.
But it makes sense though that he would though.
Yeah. So how they filmed that scene, I thought was perfect. I don't have any questions. I just think narratively, I think they kind of combine both battles into one, and it kind of creates questions on how they're gonna make some resolve some of the issues in the book going forward. But that's my notes on that.
All right, let's go with you next. I'm alive.
So, the piggyback off Uncle, yeah. Lord Roderick by far should definitely win an Oscar for his depiction at the Battle of Tumbleton. And to add on, just honorable mention, him squirting orange blood juice into Ormond's eye, him having the complete look of glee and joy on his face, like at Six Flags when you're in a water ride and you can see the wave of the water coming and you're excited, so you kind of stand up with your arms up. He's screaming, he's happy. he's being set on fire, but he's good with it. And so I just like him as an individual, I appreciate him, and I hate that he had to die, although he definitely wanted to die, clearly. But the battle, it seems like Daemon, who has a dragon, would have taken his dragon, to the battle. I mean, he got on Caraxes, opened the door, blew the door down, and then just let his dragon just kind of chill out in the field. Like, it just seemed like a missed opportunity. He's going to be in trouble when he gets back home, for sure. Like, he's going to be.
But hasn't Daemon always been a type of like hands-on, on the ground, like fuck it, it's on me. Like,
yeah, he get dirty.
I
He
mean,
like to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, but I mean, he has a dragon, so.
But he like that up close and he like that up close situation. He like to do both.
Right. He could barely handle, like, let's be real. That guy in the alley was low key beating Daemon ass. So.
Oh no, hey, he almost got it because that's his blade is called Orphan Maker.
Orphan Maker. Yeah, so I mean,
he's got a Valyrian steel blade too, though. It's called Orphan Maker. So like, he ain't no joke. He's like top 5, top 10 fighters in the realm.
Roxton, what was his name?
It's Roxton. What is his last name? Hold on.
Orphan Maker. That's dope.
Yeah, that's a dope name for a sword.
Yeah.
It is it's Roxton. This House Roxton's blade, and it is his first name. Hold on, but it's House Roxton's blade, their family blade. John Roxton is his name, but it's a family blade. So they made it, and it's called Orphan Maker. Like, we make orphans around here. We make people not have no no daddies around here. What did y'all think about the turn of Ulf? And I'm before I ask this question, I'm going to agree with you a little bit, Uncle Corliss, because I think they may combine the Hugh Hammer from the books and Ulf White together, and they're going to have Hugh have a whole different trajectory that is nowhere close to what we know there. Mm-hmm. Like, because I feel because, and then like in my mind is like, I wonder if he's, I mean, we get into deeper with the caltrops and things like that. I wonder if he's going like that. Ulf White kind of had some people rolling with him that were like, we kind of rolling with you. He had those soldiers out there that killed the dragon, the guy that was watching the dragons. He may got some people that just roll with him and that think that he gonna be king, and he just keeps telling people he's gonna be king. So and I just wonder if they go ahead.
I thought those were Ormond's guys that he sent with them to make sure that he got his drunk ass back on the
right. But I can see them still wondering. Ormond's gone now, so who's running the show now?
Yeah, I guess so.
You got a dragon. I seen you. I may run a roll with you, so maybe like a small little fracture. I'm saying of, and like and that's an interesting thing. That's saying there may not be no second Tumbleton, because in the original Tumbleton, they didn't burn Tumbleton to the second Tumbleton. It wasn't burned to the first one. It was only the outside that was burned up, not the actual town.
Yeah.
So there's no town left to fight over.
With people burnt up on the inside looking.
Yeah, there's no town to fight over.
Exactly. There's no reason to attack it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has no value to anyone now. That's what I'm saying. So there's no reason to attack it again. So why would they have another battle there?
Yeah. So if you remember how he took the drunken ride on the first dragon. This is the same thing. This is the drunken being upset on the ride. And he's just like, I'm just gonna burn up everything. I'm drunk. I'm just gonna ride around and do whatever. Even when he walked out there and he put the helmet on and all that, it was just like, oh, this ain't gonna go good because he drunk.
Wasn't saying anything, was he? He was mute until he said, "Forget y'all too," right?
Yep. Yep.
Now I will say this. I think that was a big mistake that Rhaenyra made with those dragon seeds. It's because they were people that already had issue with the crown, and then you give them power without giving them anything that makes them specifically dedicated and loyal to you. And so like it was like she didn't provide any immediate protection. She didn't provide any place to stay. And if they put their family or put their friends or she had elevated the people who are important to Ulf and made them and put them in King's Landing, then now he has a reason to be loyal to Rhaenyra because the people he cares about are close to Rhaenyra, so they could be harmed too. I mean, as we saw what happened with Hugh the Hammer. You know, he went to Tumbleton against her orders to go find his wife. And had she said, hey, listen, go get your wife, you know, bring her back from Tumbleton. I'll keep her here with the keep. She'll, you know, be under the queen's protection. That way you can go handle my business. That's where their loyalty front was. Rhaenyra.
Or she could just lie. Rhaenyra could just lie.
Or she could lie. I mean, she could
just straight lie.
What didn't work was nothing. Was offering them nothing. And you should have been grateful. You should just be grateful for being in my presence. That didn't work. You know, I mean, hey, she could have said, hey, make sure this nigga got all these little birds, all the little birds he wants. You know what I'm saying? Wine the little birds he wants. Let him rock with it. She could have offered him something.
Yeah,
I would look. He got a free pass and flea bottom to be able to go to the whorehouse is all he want. He got a all expense pass. It's on me. Yeah. Just make sure you there. And you know what? He would probably been there ready when. Oh, you need me? Let me get up out of here. She need me because I can go back to flea bottom for free and drink and be at the whores all I want to. So I'm gonna be loyal to her because I get when I'm not on duty and not doing double shifts. You say, Uncle Corliss, that I can. I'd like to be down here, and she cool with it. Yeah. And it would have got him out of wanting to be like I think it made them start thinking that they were more than what they were because you wouldn't let them be who they wanted to be, if that makes sense. Like let them be whatever they want to be. They won't think about these bigger granular things. It's like, okay, so maybe I do need to think bigger.
Right.
Let me stay in the whorehouses and let me just and I'll stay down there. That's the best I can think of. I want to be down there. That's like having your brand new Benz at Sprues. That's where you want to be with the Benz at Sprues. Go ahead and bring the Benz to Sprues. Sorry, I know that's before your time.
Sprues. Wow.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a club from back in the day, Victoria. It's great that you have no idea what Sprues is.
None of us wear enough to be in Sprues. Mm-hmm. None of us wear enough to be in Sprues. You had to be about 350, 375.
They used to have tickets for drinks. They would pour. What you want? Give me a Jack and Coke. And here go the Jack. Now what you want? Okay, Coke. There you go, baby. Move on out the way. Yeah, leave out of there half blind back in the day. No measurement.
Sounds like my type of party.
It was for a little while.
Yeah. So I mean, do y'all think Ulf was Ulf tripping? Like, is he on Team Black? Is he on Team Green? Or is he gonna be able to flip it and say I did it on accident? My bad.
I think this is what everybody rightfully deserves for trusting a drunk. A drunk ain't shit. So this is what everybody gets.
Yeah. I mean, enough said. I agree. Stamp that.
But Aemond is not. It should have been smarter to know. Like, being he was so bad of a leader, or he thinks he was so smart. The reason that he's coming your side is because of what you just did to him. Don't you know? Like, you was already telling him he's going to be the Lord of Driftmark and all these lies. Why didn't you at least lie to him in this last moment?
Like, hey, buddy, don't you want to be Lord of Driftmark? Come on, man. Get out there, man. You the Lord of Driftmark. Come on, get on your dragon. Like nobody gives a good pep talk.
That's why I said Aemond.
Except for Daemon.
Daemon does. I said Daemon be lying, good line. We gonna make this like old Valyria.
Yeah. and that's why. That's why Aemond thought he was too clever by far. Like, and without anything to back it up, he's just going off what he feel. But because he can't abide certain smells, nobody take him seriously. Like, it's too much. It's like to be that type A personality with a thing with smells and mess and dirt. How are you out here on the battlefield, sir? You should be up on the ramparts just calling plays, but you lost your drunk, right? Never trust a drunk. You lost your drunk, and now you had to go find your drunk with the dragon, get him up in time to hopefully save you. And what do you get for it? A knife up the butt. Like, it couldn't wreck.
I can't figure out what his plan was. Okay, let's play this out. So Aemond wants Daryon on the throne, and the way he thinks he's going to Daryon.
Here we go.
I said what I said. He wants Daryon on the throne, so he goes to Tumbleton and takes Tumbleton hostage, right? And then he goes and starts a fight with Rhaenyra and go, "Yo, bring that shit here." Then he sends his men to everyone's house. Have them take their children out of their house. and don't put them place safe. Those are on the front fucking line. Now, if this plays out well and they win, do you think any parent in Tumbleton is not gonna go, yo, this nigga snatch our kids out the crib? I don't support him at all. At all.
But I think he's trying to do the long play of the PR of people back in King's Landing or other places being like, hey, she attacked people with kids. She's not rightful to rule.
Right, but what were the kids? The kids were on the front. They were outside the gates, at the front gates. Why were the kids outside the gates?
I think he's going to sacrifice everybody. Nobody from Tumbleton was going to be able to talk about this.
That's why he's dumb. That's why he's dumb, because he didn't think it through all the way.
That's true. Good point.
Reactionary, and he's not proactive at all, because everything that he does is based off of something else that he did badly before. Right? It's a calamity of fuck ups for him.
Also, I gotta be honest with you. Them dragon seeds complain about working them doubles. You're not snatching little kids out their house, throwing them in the front gates. I'm saying could be worse. The job could be worse. I'm not saying the job's great, but it could be worse.
Yeah, what y'all think about the Corliss deal that Darion, as we've renamed him? It's all right, Thanos. He's got a new name, he's like a dark redhead, so he's got to roll with us. The deal with the Corliss deal, Gwaine may be, and after we finish this, we'll do our MVPs for the season. Gwaine may be the MVP because he always knows how to get away before it's supposed to go down and die. Like, he always be like, you know what? I think it's ending now. Let me find alternative measures. I feel like he didn't think the Corliss deal was gonna work. He just needed more time. I just need more time.
He did think it was gonna work.
I don't think he did. I think he thought
Uncle Corliss, because Corliss is like, nigga, what are you talking about? Shut that shit up.
Corliss gave the best option that we've had this whole season, though.
But Damon ain't hearing none of that shit right now. Right now it's up. He turned Rhaenyra up. He told her, stop all that damn crying.
We already here. It's too late. It's above me.
The last time Damon was at Tumbleton with Aemond and them.
Oh, y'all played me.
Yes. The last time I was here, y'all played. So none of this.
Gwaine thought it was gonna work, and under ordinary circumstances it might have, but Damon wouldn't hear none of that. So it was always gonna be. It was a great try though. I'm giving Gwaine my vote. I can put him in the running for MVP. I can add him and a couple folks so we can vote later. But yeah, he's got a sense of humor about it all. He's like, yeah, we're gonna die. Like, this sucks. Why are the babies out here? Nobody's gonna say anything. Like, he's the only one who still has a little bit of common fucking sense, and he knows he's resigned himself to die. Just because Darren won't leave and Aemond is crazy, but guess this is where we be at.
Yeah, I was like, dang, Gwaine, you figured out. And then Aemond realizing and mad and upset that he got out tricked by his own people when they were like, oh yeah, the king couldn't get them to what terms? And it's like he died knowing that he didn't have all the power still, and got a proper fucking from the front end and the back end.
From the north. Roddy Piper, man. He's also in the mix for MVP. Okay, we got Gwaine.
Yeah, let's go to MVPs. Let's go MVPs for the season. Who y'all got? Let's throw some people out there as MVPs.
Gwaine. That's mine.
Yeah, Gwaine is in.
Roddy the Ruin's mine.
Yeah.
He took down Bitched and Cole. And he took down Aemond.
He did. I mean,
I'm
surprised you didn't go with Tully, Thanos. I'm surprised you didn't go with your boy Tully.
Oh,
Oscar Tully can go in the mix.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah.
I want to put Darren the Daring in the bucket too.
Okay.
Just, I know he's a green, but just he was made a knight this episode, and
which was bullshit though, because he don't need to be made a knight if you're already a king.
I know,
but it's more grand posturing on Aemond's part.
Yeah,
but he took his vows and he meant it. And if you listen to the vows that were given to become a knight, that to me was the preface to him trying to just call a truce in the first place. And so, I think that to the best of his ability for the space that he's in, he has kind of functioned in the most honorable way, the most honorable manner.
Why didn't Ormond knight him in the traditional way, like in the name of the mother? Be just why
You don't need to be knighted when you're a royalty, though. That's the thing. You don't need to be knighted. He's a king, prince. He doesn't need to be knighted. That's the whole thing of Ormond being an asshole. Like, you already are the king.
Which is why Gwen, what's his name?
Gwen was looking like, what are you doing?
Which is why he looked up in the first place. He was like, nigga, like,
like he's already a king. What are you doing?
Like stop playing with him. Like you're playing in his face right now.
Like, what are you doing? I'm another MVP. I know people ain't gonna like it. I think Helaena was an MVP, man.
Yeah,
Helaena was out here giving out the prophecies, letting her know, looking at her crazy, told her that you ugly.
I didn't like that.
She is ugly,
Yeah, I didn't like that either. And did she didn't have any of that same energy for her brothers, right?
Yeah, it's like Helaena, y'all are wrong.
Equally terrible. Everybody's equally terrible in this.
But she started bossing up. She got tired of this whole ordeal. I think she's tired of everybody.
She just wanted to be pregnant on her own in the
forest. Yeah, exactly.
And raise chickens.
But again, I wanna if I can. And Helaena was not my favorite character. I just have issues with people that just function that are just that fragile, because bitch, you don't get to be that fragile just in totality. But I will say this. I will say that the reason she didn't have that same energy with her brothers is because her brothers never lied about who they were and what they wanted from her. Rhaenyra approached her as if she cared if she was eating. She did not. As if she cared about the baby's health. She didn't actually care about the baby's health. She wanted to know the sex of the baby. As if she cared about her being sad in her room, when in reality she wanted to know what dreams she was having. And so I think that Helaena, being a person who actually does have visions, is she autistic and on the spectrum? Sure. Do you believe her dreams? Maybe. I'm saying that I think that whole like little rampage at the end about you're ugly and everything you do is ugly, everything around you is ugly, is her saying, who, in my opinion, Helaena may be one of the purest souls in the show, was really just her saying, I see you for what you are. And don't, whatever you want from me, just tell me what you want. Don't pretend to care. And so I think that it tracks.
All right, so we got our MVPs. What is y'all predictions for season 4?
Gosh, I don't know.
Cregan Stark to the front.
Uncle Corliss said it's not going to be another Tumbleton. Like
Cregan Stark to the front. I need him to enter, and I want him all season long. I guess a lot of ground to cover. In season 4. I don't have any predictions because they've strayed so far from the source material. I just want it to be a good season.
So that's my prediction. My prediction is a not main character, but I think a character who we can name is going to die every episode next season.
Damn.
Every
yeah, you got to. Yeah.
At this rate,
I'm not sure what season 4 will look like. I will say that from a deserter standpoint, before watching the episode, and I didn't get this far in the book, but the way Ulf deserted the Blacks and the way Hugh didn't show up are completely different. So I think that there's going to be dire consequences for both of them, but I sure hope that they're not equal, because while both of them failed to defend on their dragon, I think that Ulf just took it in a way different direction, obviously. So I'm interested in seeing how they are handled in season 4.
What about you, Wildish? What is your prediction season 4?
I already went.
Sorry. Uncle Corley. Sorry, Uncle Corley.
I think
I
it's
went
my
too.
turn.
Y'all all went? Damn, I'm tripping. I'm just going around. I'm going around the horn. I'm sorry. I'm going to go with the. I think that we're going to see. I think Gwen may end up living to do this whole thing. I just think that's my big prediction that Gwen is not going to die. He has figured out a way to get out of every situation before it goes down, and I think he survives, even though he's been dead in the books.
Yeah.
You let them live this long, let them go ahead and live the whole rest of the way. Let Gwen be us regular folk.
It's Thanos' turn. Thanos, what do you think? What's your prediction?
I think Gwen is way too honorable to live through the whole thing. They're making us like him because they're going to kill him. That's going to be the one death of the episode. But I honestly don't have any predictions because I did not read the book, so I'm just going with the flow. But I am looking forward to the God's Eye. So is that going to be, do you think, the biggest, most, biggest battle, or are there bigger fish to fry after that?
That's the biggest. That's what everybody's been waiting for, is the guys, besides the Battle of Tumbleton 2, which we may not get, as Uncle Corliss said. Those are the two major things left. And some other stuff. I don't want to get this, but there's like one more thing, two more things that are big, with the return of the North. And then another one that I don't want to spoil people for. That's like that changes the whole realm and why we don't have dragons at all. Period.
Cregan got to be in at least 4 episodes.
That's what I said. Cregan. That's what I mean with the North coming back. Cregan, yeah. I don't think we're gonna get him as much as we think we are, though. I think we're gonna get him one episode. I think we're gonna get one episode with him.
No, he's got to come. We got to start seeing him in episode 1. He's got to make his way to where he's going.
He gonna get a raven
by halfway through the season. He got to.
Wow, that you finna get a raven. You gonna see him get a raven. That's what he gonna get to get you through. That he got a raven with the thing.
Man, no,
he just getting a raven that Jacaerys died.
He has 2 important things that he has to do that he cannot do in one episode. He has 2 important things that they can't do in one episode.
Yeah. I think they're gonna try to, though.
Don't piss me off. Come on,
because they're gonna extend that. God's Eye not happened to episode 7. Please believe that.
No,
Matt Smith is gonna get through this whole season almost.
And there's no way that can happen.
Yeah, if season, then it has to be 12 episodes. Then it has to be 12 episodes.
I'm saying the Rhaenyra stuff may happen before God's Eye. Watch.
You think so?
No. I can see them doing that. Yes.
No. Well, but also too, I said they've gone kind of cattywampus from the source material. So
I'm telling you,
anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Uncle Corliss, they got Daemon at Tumbleton. What do you think is going on? Yeah. They got him at Tumbleton leading the attack. They paid him a lot of money to be there.
I mean, I get it.
The last thing I want to say is this, and not just from a predictions perspective.
Yeah,
we're going into the 4th season, and my personal feeling is I have still not had a Game of Thrones level emotional response to a battle or anything else in the show. And what I mean by that is there are scenes that you can watch from Game of Thrones that no matter when you see it, it is always impactful. So Daenerys taking her dragon back from when she got the Unsullied army. Powerful scene. Jon Snow ready to go to battle with hundreds of people in front of him, not knowing the army is behind him, and they just come rushing past him. When they were with the White Walkers pulling the dragon out the ice. And what I'm saying is Game of Thrones and I know that it's not the same, but Game of Thrones just had so many huge symbolic cinematic moments throughout the series, and House of the Dragon just lacks that. And so whatever happens in season 4, I hope that somewhere in the season I get a version of that. And I know it can't be the same, but I get a version of that. I feel like, to me, that's why I don't rate any episode a 10, because I've seen a 10 episode from this book series, and it has not been depicted in the first 3 seasons of
You got to get it up. You got to get it up, bro. You have to give that desire up. The difference
Why?
between the two stories. Okay, I'll tell you why. The difference between the two stories is that although they're both loosely based on books, they're loosely based on two different types of books. So, okay, in the very first episode of the original Game of Thrones, when they find their dire wolves, that was the scene that George Martin had in his head when he started writing those books. He didn't know who those characters were. He just said, "Hey, there's going to be these 5 kids and these 5 dogs, and then their lives are going to be intertwined, and how those dogs' lives go are going to be just how these kids' lives go." So there's insights into this characters and the meaning and the foreshadowing and planning for what those characters are going to be. So when he's on the set, he's able to give those writers where it's going and what these characters' motivations are. These characters were written from a third person about kind of a narrative of telling the story. Oh yeah, last weekend, these cats went there and they did this. These cats got into a fight and this, blah blah blah. So and then he left after season 1. So even if he did have in his head the motivations and what the personality traits were for these characters, he's not there to give it to them. So these writers are creating these character backstories and motivations from themselves, and they're also separating themselves from the books. They're just not doing the same. They haven't put the same level of thought into who is this character, what makes this character this person, what are their motivating forces.
Yeah.
Aemond goes from being a complete psychopath as a child all the way up until he's getting his revenge for losing his eye, and then he breaks down because his mommy was mean to him. And I get it, he's on some weird stuff, but he also just walked into this place and killed an entire bloodline for no reason. For no reason.
Right.
Like,
But
you don't get to be sympathetic. Like, then they try to make him sympathetic. You don't get to be sympathetic. Like, you are a murderer and you're a horrible person. And then let's be clear, this mother that tried to kill him, he wasn't a dutiful son. At that moment, everyone thought, him included, that he murdered his older brother. Like,
so let's see. So one, it's interesting that I gave a statement and you pivoted to Aemond, the most unlikely character to present any level of like iconic cinematic theatricals. Number one. Number two, I do want you to hear me say this. The explanation that you just gave categorically should make it easier for writers to deliver something close to the version that I'm looking for. So I hear your opinion, but I'm just saying that is my reason for not.
You don't think Jace dying was like a big moment, like when you think he's gonna get away and he get hit, he think he's just finna drift and he just get hit with some arrows? Like, that was kind of impactful the way he died.
I'm not saying your expectation was unreasonable. Let's be clear what I'm saying. I gave that example not because your expectations were unreasonable. I'm saying I used that example because I'm showing you how the writers are writing these characters so scatterbrained, which makes it so difficult to have those impactful moments because they're not consistent of what their character motivation is throughout the seasons. And so you don't feel that same level of connection because they're not consistent. Jon Snow, that character, every decision he made, you go, "Yep, this is what this motherfucker's going to do." You were not surprised by one decision he made up to until we killed Daddy, because that's exactly who he was from episode 1 to the last episode of the season 8. But I'm saying that these characters, they kind of jump all over the place. I'll tell you another one, even on Game of Thrones. That's why the last season with Daenerys seemed so weird, because the version of her being the Mad Queen kind of came out of nowhere at the last second.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm saying that that's what these writers are doing. They're doing the same thing where they're kind of scatterbrainish. So I'm sorry, Wildish has something to say, but that's my opinion. Sorry.
No, I not about anything y'all talking about, but also too. Here's what I am most surprised about this season, that I ended up really only hating 2 high towers, and it turns out that those 2 high towers is Otto and Alicent. Like, the brothers, like, Helaena, yeah, they still going through it, but the reason I hated the Greens was because of Otto and his daughter, and I still abhor how spoiled and entitled they are, but they're royalty in the realm, so I get some of why they're just awful people to begin with, but I'm here for the burned up Aegon and Sunfire return in season 4. I'm here. I'm here.
Thanos, you okay with this? Your own mother of dragons has declared that the Greens.
I didn't say anything other than
I know
I
what
hated
has
them
to happen
too.
though. I know what has to happen in the show. Like, I didn't read the books, but I'm aware. So I know we're going to get more Aegon, and I think we should. Why not?
Agreed.
Dang, this is totally flipped. Every episode, Thanos gets closer and closer to becoming Team Green.
This is all of Viserys' fault.
All of it. All of it
All
is
of it.
Viserys' fault.
He's
All
the
of
reason
it.
I'm flipping. We're gonna put it on him.
I'm not even flipping. I'm just saying it turns out I don't hate them as a collective anymore.
right.
I just hate certain high towers, and one of them is dead.
I mean, you can go back and say it's Jacaerys' fault for not putting Rhaenys on the throne too. You can go even farther back and say that was
Girl,
it too.
Forever, my girl. That's right.
But because you wouldn't, none of this would have been even, I'm just saying, even though everybody loved Jacaerys in the realm because he was like the king the longest or whatever. But yeah, he had a lot to do with this too now because he went past her and picked somebody else that was in the back getting some food. Like, oh, me? Oh, okay. I guess I'm king. He was even surprised when he named him. But man, I'm looking forward to the next season. We got Dunk and Ed coming back soon, so that should be cool. I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. We're going to get to see Aegon the fourth do his thing, and them on their travels. They're gonna be enduring this next season, so we're gonna be actually enduring for a while. So it'll be cool to see some darker people in the realm for a while.
Any place
Very
but
underrepresented.
You say anything's with Harrenhal?
Any place but Harrenhal.
Amen and amen.
All right, we will see y'all soon when we get to that, and we thank y'all. Peace.
Bye.
Adios.